Alright, guys, we're going to start up this one. It's Jukebox Heroes versus 15-yard face mask. TJ's had a little bad luck, but this is actually a fair projection between the two teams this week. So we're going to start with the quarterbacks. We got Big Ben and Andrew Luck. Big Ben has been on a hot streak. Andrew Luck looked like shit last week, but I'm sure he's going to want a little redemption.
He just got a prescription or a remedy for the Tennessee Titans. I think he can definitely turn things around against the Titans. The Titans secondary is pretty awful, and Roethlisberger got a tough matchup against St. Louis at home. I know St. Louis got ripped last week by the Redskins, but when St. Louis plays at home, they tend to do a lot better, and I think it'll be a lower scoring game than what most people think. But Luck, I think, is definitely the advantage here, despite his early showing.
I will only disagree because I think Luck is going to get more turnovers and just be. If anyone saw the stat, he actually has had more turnovers in the last 7 games than any other quarterback in the league. And he had 4 turnovers last week, 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. I don't think he's going to do exactly that, but I feel that he might be a little bit overzealous on it. I'm going to give the advantage to Big Ben.
All right. At the running back, we have Matt Forte and Justin Forsett for Chad, and then we have C.J. Anderson and Chris Polk. We don't really have to go too much further into that aside from the names, but I will say this. Matt Forte and Justin Forsett both have pretty tough matchups this week. Forsett's already been struggling, and there's already been rumors about Talaferro coming in and taking some of his carries, and he did that last week, getting in for a touchdown. Forte's going up against Seattle, and Seattle's got Cam Chancellor back this week, so Forte will still get his numbers, but I don't expect any gaudy numbers against Seattle. And then C.J. Anderson is eventually going to turn it around. I think Detroit might can do that against them on Monday, or is it Monday? No, Sunday night. I think. Yeah, Sunday night when they play. And then Chris Polk, kind of a wild card. If Foster plays in any capacity this week, I think that totally steals from Chris Polk, and he's going to be basically worthless. But
it's too much of a wild card play for me.
If Foster doesn't play, Polk could probably be a decent play. He's more of a flex player, but given your depth at running back, he may be a decent play. So we'll just kind of see how that plays out as the week progresses.
Advantage Jukebox.
Yeah, Jukebox for sure. Despite the matchups, it's just safer. Wide receivers, Keenan Allen and Marcus Colston versus Hopkins and Vincent Jackson. I'll say this. Keenan Allen had career best numbers week 1, and everybody was like, where was that? And then week 2, he came back, and I think he scored negative points last week because I think he had a fumble. I don't know. I just know it was not good. And then Colston hasn't done anything. Just the whole Saints offense has not looked right. And then Breeze is kind of banged up a little bit right now, so I'm not feeling good about that. And then TJ's got Hopkins, which Hopkins is a stud. And then Vincent Jackson got in the end zone. And as long as Mike Evans is kind of banged up, Jameis Winston is going to be looking for Vincent Jackson in the red zone, especially with Austin Seferian-Jenkins going to miss 4 to 6 weeks too. So
advantage 15-yard face mask.
Yes, surprisingly, you have an advantage.
That's okay, TJ. I believe in you.
I did give you the advantage on luck though, but you definitely get the advantage on receivers. Now, tight ends, we have Greg Olsen and Eric Ebron. Ebron has actually been surprisingly good. I think he's ranked 7th overall. He scored touchdowns in back-to-back weeks to start the season.
Well, he beats the shit out of pedigree, that's for sure.
And Greg Olsen has not lived up to his draft value at all so far. You would think with no Kelvin Benjamin that he'd be getting all these looks, but it just hadn't panned out. I'm going to give the advantage to Olsen still. He's got to turn around sometime, and against New Orleans, it's no better week to do it. I mean, you could go either way. But
yeah, I could go either way on that one.
Now, flex play, we have Matt Jones, who killed it last week, coming in for Morris. It's kind of open debate on who's going to win that job. I still think Morris has got it, but Matt Jones definitely stealing some of the thunder away there. I think both of them are more low RB2 flex values at this point.
Well, I would say, looking at the footage from week 1 with Joseph Randle and McFadden going at the Giants defense on the field, it's very possible Matt Jones could see some real work against the Giants D.
Yeah, we'll see tonight, and that's something definitely to monitor. But I still feel like Matt Jones is a better play than Roddy White. Roddy White is always kind of chronically a little bit nicked up and stuff, but Matt Ryan looks great. if White gets in the end zone, it could be all the difference. But I'm going to lean towards Matt Jones. He's kind of trending right now, and rightfully so. Defenses: Denver at Detroit. Matt Stafford does look like junk. Broncos is the #1 defense in fantasy football right now, and I don't think that's going to change after this week when he gets done playing them. Denver's defense is elite, and they're awesome. I think that is a definite advantage, even with the Colts defense against Tennessee, which I think is actually a pretty good streaming play, but advantage Denver's defense.
I actually agree with that. I think that Denver and Green Bay honestly have the best 2 defenses in the league right now.
Then Crosby and McManus, that's a wash for me. They're both great kickers. It just depends on the situation if they get some field goal opportunities. But overall, pretty close matchup. It's kind of back and forth. TJ's, he won. Are both these teams 2-0 right now?
No, actually, Chad is 2-0 and TJ is 1-1. I'm going to go with the upset, and I'm going to say TJ wins this one.
I think I'm going to also. I don't know.
Nothing personal, Chad. I mean, I
think Chad's got
so close of a matchup. It could happen this week.
I feel like Chad's got the better team, but I think based on the matchups and stuff, I think there's some upset potential. So I think I'm going to go 15-yard face mask as well. So pick is for TJ.
All right. We'll see you out there, TJ.